Hiya, this is Netty and welcome back to another episode of Sqaishey's Castle. Let's get straight into the build today. So today we are working on this random room which has just kind of been here. I had kind of planned for it to be the games room, which is the one final thing that we have left to do. And at the moment, we're obviously getting very close to the end of the series. And so I thought that's what I'd save this room for that. But for what I have planned for the games room, this room's not really big enough. And the other thing I've realized is Sqaishey doesn't actually have any kind of bedroom or anything like that, so that is what we're going to work on here. So this is what the roof looks like. So it's like a fairly flat roof, pretty like I can't think of the word, understated, is that right? Understated, like I don't want it to really like stand out. Obviously we've got the different areas of the castle, different sizes and things like that, and so I wanted that to be like kind of fairly normal looking. And also, even though that bit looks like one of the smaller bits out of the whole castle, it's actually where most of the things are, which is a bit strange, but I feel like that's kind of worked out reasonably well. So this is her bed area. So I can't really do a 4-poster bed here, so we're just doing posts in general, just to kind of like make the room have like a little bit more depth to it, so it's not just flat walls, especially where we've used sandstone again. So obviously the sandstone. It looks quite plain kind of thing, but loads of you guys have said like you're glad I went with sandstone, and that's good. So because I was a little bit worried about that, I thought, oh my gosh, there's too much sandstone, not enough color, blah blah blah, but you guys seemed happy with it, so I'm now happy with it. So this room, it's not going to have too much in, because obviously we need to leave room, so if Sqaishey wants to add anything like chests and things like that, like I don't know if this will end up being her main hub of where she'll get stuff done, because when you come in the entrance, this is like the first room that you come across, which is a bit strange. You go into a castle and you get your bedroom, but it's a modern day castle. Not that I know that of any castles that have that, modern or old, I don't know. But yeah, so this is just kind of like trying to make it a little bit less sandstony and to kind of like blend in a little bit more. Don't worry, we will touch up that wood on the outside a little bit later. But yeah, so this is kind of like the details of the room, adding a little bit of light, because obviously that's one of the things, we don't want mobs spawning or anything like that. And then obviously a flower for a bit of extra color, give a little bit of a shazam. But then like, even though there's going to be like a painting and stuff on this wall, she can always remove that painting at any time. Here we go, this is how you get the one you want, thank you. She can remove the painting, have chests there or anything like that. This wall, I thought, oh, it looks a bit plain, so we've put some glowstone, and also that means there's glowstone on the inside as well, lighting it up that little bit more. And we finally turned the doors around a bit, so then that means the vines won't be in the name. So if you don't know, this is the names of her actual birds in real life, so that's what we're doing here. So it's kind of like in the same with Ori and Alex as well. That's like the names of her actual pets. So I kind of quite like that we've actually done that. But we've left them there so she can tame them if she wants. Unless, do we tame it and so they just sit in the room? Because obviously if we don't make them stand up again, then that's fine. I don't know. But anyway, maybe I'll ponder that for next episode. But yeah, so this is another secret chest. So you guys have to keep your mouth shut. Do not tell her. We need her to just kind of come across stuff. Oh, I punched my microphone then, sorry. We need her to sort of come across stuff on her own. So I'm going to mention to her that there are some hidden stuff around the place. She's just going to have to go and find them. So that's what I'm kind of doing here. So it's going to be really sneaky, really hidden. She's going to have no clue it's there. And also there's no door or anything into this room. It's completely tucked away, hidden. like no clues. Like if she tries to get in there, like there's no way. Basically, she has to break it to get in. Because also, that's the other thing, if you don't know, like after the series is finished, we're going to go into survival. I'm going to live in the castle that she made me, and we're going to have tasks to do, and she's going to live in the castle that I made her. So Sqaishey's going to be living in this castle, exploring, adventuring, and doing all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's going to be good fun. So this is now, we had the main entrance into the castle, and we had the area outside kind of done, and we had the stairs coming down, but then it was just stairs and there was like nothing else. So we've done sort of a path. So this is the portal that she's going to come through when she first comes to the castle and first sees it for her first ever time. So that's where that's going to be. Again, getting rid of all the sand. I know I really liked that there was sand at the start. I really did. I thought, oh, it looks all beachy and summery and nice, but I kind of feel like it's just kind of gotten a little bit too much now. So this is a parasol for when it's raining. No, it's meant to be for like an area for sunbathing, like just a nice little outside area, really. Little parasol sunbeds. It just seems like really ironic that it's actually raining at the time of when I'm doing this. Here we go. There you go, Netty. Sort it out. Sort out the weather. So yeah, so there's that. And then, no, you can't be lying on the beach without a drink. You'll get dehydrated. I know they're flower pots, but we're pretending they're cups. And that sugar cane's going to grow up and stuff as well, which will be quite nice. But yeah, so this is what we've achieved today. We've got the portal here. It goes all the way around here. I do really like this area. I quite like how it's done and how much, like, as much as the castle stands out, it does blend in. It's made a big difference having the doors further in as well. We've got our beds all named. We've got the bedroom. It's looking all fantastic. But there is so much more we still need to do. We still need to do our games room, which is what we're going to be working on next episode, which is the final episode before Sqaishey comes in. So we do have a lot to still do. Obviously, we've added in here the little chest, the little secret room that you guys have to keep secret. Don't you give it away. I want you guys to keep it secret. Like, don't tell her, okay? Don't tell her. But yeah, so this is the overall castle. The one thing that I think is really, really missing at the moment is obviously, as you can see where the slide is, the entrance kind of goes up there and round and over there to like the garden. And you can go into the garden, but you can't get out. So there's not actually really a way of getting to the right side of the slides. So we're going to actually quickly do that now. I think if we just have like some ladders and stuff, because look, this is the way to get to the top of the slide. You have to go all the way around here and up. But where the entrance is, there's no way over. So what we're going to quickly do is just quickly, it's going to be really, really super simple. But I don't think it's going to change the look of the castle too much, because that's the thing I'm worried about. So she can go through the waterfall, swim up it, and go through here. You can tell I'm thinking whilst I'm breaking it, because I don't think that ruins the look of it. I still think that looks pretty cool. And then out here, if we have like blocks and ladders and stuff, just so it's a quick and easy way in and out. And also, say if she's gone exploring and she's gone from that side and she comes back, she's not going to want to have to go all the way around to get to the entrance. I think it's important to have like another place for an entrance anyway. So that's kind of what we're aiming to achieve there. I think that's looking quite nice. I'm doing this so slowly. You can tell I'm kind of like pondering as I'm doing it. I'm like kind of placing stuff like, maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. And then with the ladders as well. And I don't think it changes the look of the castle. I was worried it was going to ruin it a bit too much. The vines, of course, help it blend in that little bit more. We don't want it to kind of stand out too much. And also, if any intruders come, we don't want them to see it too easily. So this is the way in. So not only is it fun, but also is it practical. The only thing I would say that's kind of bad is look how slow it is going up. It's like, come on. Is there any way to speed that up without like depth strider boots? Maybe we should just give her some depth strider boots anyway, just because I think it makes a big difference in Minecraft altogether. It's like my favorite thing to have. And a water bucket, depth strider boots and a water bucket. She's gonna hate how rainy this place is. It's so rainy here, but she picked a rainforest. It was one of the objectives. There's nothing I can do about it. It's her choice. But yeah, we're gonna block that in as well, just because it does look a bit random. It looks a bit random, like sticking out like that. And then we'll do some details on it as well, because obviously it's all about the detail. That's what I've been learning, is you can do like a great like big build and stuff like that, but without like the little bits of detail there that just kind of finish it off. I think it makes a big difference, even though it's just something really small. I think having those stairs there make a bit of a difference. And the other thing that's really bugging me as well is the dirt down below. So we're going to sort that out as well. Just because I don't like how the wood like kind of sits on top of a grass block. Personally, I think that looks a bit weird. Like I want it to kind of where you can see the edge. I don't like how you can see the edge of the dirt and the little bit of grass, and obviously that little bit's going to go as well. So that is that. So this is what we've achieved. I've got to admit, I'm quite pleased with it. The slide is quite out of context for the rest of it all, but I think it kind of works with it. But look how big all this is. So that's like the main castle bit. Like, I don't think you understand how big the tower is, but I think doing this makes you understand how big the whole entire build is. It's obviously taken a lot of hours and a lot of time, but I'm quite like the shape of it. I like that it kind of loops around. I'm kind of quite pleased with that. And I think it kind of, I don't know, it reminds me of like a snow globe with the kind of black wall around the outside. It just sort of has that snow globe, you know, the ones that you get at like Christmas where you shake it and there's like the snow and stuff. Someone else suggested as well that maybe the holes in the top could also be lightning, especially where it's all raining and stuff all the time. So that's something, like obviously the small like holes I do think is Enderman, but for the bigger holes it could actually be lightning. I'm not too sure. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. It might come. I'm sorry if it does. I'm going to try and hold it in. I don't know. I don't think you're meant to hold sneezes in. But yeah, like look how big that is. Like when you think how big a jungle tree is, and look how big that is in comparison. Like it is literally bonkers. Get ready to hold on to your tummies. We're going to fall. It makes my tummy go funny every time. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. And I'll see you all next week. Bye.